Hi there, my name is Caitlin Bandy and this is my channel BandysBooks, and today I am here to do my 24 booktubers you should be following in 2024 March edition. This is a video that I've been doing every month so far in the year of 2024, and I'm really enjoying it because I'm getting to know so many new booktube channels. So in case this is your first time seeing this video, the way that I do this is I shout out 20 completely new to me booktubers. They have to be under 500 subscribers. Most of them are brand new channels or just barely starting out. Some of them have been around a little bit longer, but I've only recently found them. And then I shout out 4 old favorites. What an old favorite means to me is somebody I've been following for at least like a half a year. And in this case, I'm limiting them to under 1,000 subscribers because there are tons of great channels that I follow that are above 1,000 subscribers, but they're growing pretty well organically. And so I just want to make sure that I'm boosting some of the amazing smaller channels out there that are still working on building up to that 1,000 subscriber count. So I've got a great list today, a bunch of really amazing booktubers from a lot of different backgrounds. So we're gonna jump into our 20 new booktubers first. First up, we're gonna be talking about ScottieShereeReads. She has 380 subscribers so far and 4 videos on BookTube. And let me just tell you, go follow her before her channel blows up. This is going to be one of those channels that I think in like 2 or 3 months is going to be up in the thousands range. Her channel is so good. I found her through her booktube newbie tag, and then honestly I binged all 3 of her videos like back to back to back and left these insanely long rambling comments because she has the best recommendations. Seriously, every single video that I watched where she's talking about books, I was like, I've read that, I love that, I want to read that. Oh my gosh, adding that to my TBR, actually a book that I haven't heard of but sounds amazing. Just nonstop. I either like really loved the books that she'd read or was like really interested in the ones that I was unfamiliar with. I also think that her setup is fantastic and she's a really good communicator. She is very smooth in her delivery of her reviews, and like you can really see her passion when she's talking about books. And bonus points because her dog's name is also Luna. So, you know, mine is Luna as well, and I was excited about that. Then we have Esme from the channel Esmeralda. She has 214 subscribers so far and 147 videos on her channel. I watched her booktube newbie tag, and then I watched her tier ranking all of the books that she read in 2023, which was a lot of fun. She reads predominantly fantasy, romance, and romantasy. And the thing that I liked about Esme's channel is that she's very young and vibrant, very chatty and friendly. It's like, you know, sitting and like having a cup of tea and chatting with a friend over books. And I really appreciated that she's talking about books that I'm not super familiar with. I don't read a lot of romance. I am familiar with some of the fantasy ones that she talked about, but it's always nice to see like a different perspective. Next up is Anna from Reading is My Prince Charming. So far she has 2 subscribers and 2 videos posted to BookTube. First up, I watched her BookTube newbie tag, and then I watched her BookTube newbie tag 2.0, which is some additional questions to her original tag. She mostly reads fantasy, but is open to exploring different genres. First of all, Anna resonated with me right away because she has this sense of nostalgia for online fandoms, and gotta be real, I wrote fan fiction for a period of time when I was younger. I was pretty heavy into some online fandoms, so I totally understood what she was talking about there. She's also an artist, and I thought it was really cool that on her bookshelves we got to see some of her actual art. In terms of communication, Anna is very direct and to the point. Everything is really concise and really clear, so I enjoyed that about her channel. Number 4 is Melissa from Melissa Rodriguez. So far she has 8 subscribers, 1 video, and 5 shorts. I found her through her booktube newbie tag, and then I also watched a short that she had about organizing like her reading nook. Her predominant genres are fantasy, romance, and romantasy, and I really like that Melissa has some really fun, friendly, chill vibes to her channel. I think she is also doing a fantastic job of using shorts so far. Number 5 is Bren from Bren Booth-Jones. He has 115 subscribers and 3 videos posted on YouTube so far. I watched both his booktube newbie tag and his book on his Penguin Classics collection. It looks like for genres, he's mostly into classics, fiction, nonfiction, and poetry. One of the things that I found really interesting about his channel was actually not anything to do with books. He mentioned that he travels an awful lot and that he worked on yachts and kind of grew up like traveling around significantly. As someone who travels quite a bit myself, although I've never worked on yachts, I really get excited when anyone mentions even like a kernel of information about traveling because I just want to shout about all of the cool places. One of the things that stood out about Bren is the way that he talks about books. He is very informative and he has a great book collection, especially of a lot of classics. I think this is another channel that's going to probably blow up pretty fast, so go over and check them out. Then I have Daniella Raye with 44 subscribers and 5 videos posted to YouTube so far. I watched her booktube newbie tag and then her book outlet bookstore vlog. First of all, can I just say that I had absolutely no idea that Book Outlet had an actual physical location, and I am so incredibly jealous that she is close enough to it to go shopping there. I occasionally will order like big hauls of books from them, and they are such a fantastic resource for inexpensive books. So Danielle reads fantasy, contemporary fiction, romance, lots of cozy books, and some mystery. She lives up in Canada, and she is a seasonal reader. She mentioned that she likes to read the type of books that fit with the weather outside, and being in Canada, she really has 4 seasons available to her. I think that's a lot of fun. Being here in Las Vegas, we either have extremely hot or extremely cold and nothing really in between. And I really appreciated the cozy vibes in her booktube newbie tag. There was a fire going, it was cold outside, felt like chatting with a friend over a cup of hot cocoa on a winter day. Then I found Sarah from Thrill and Chill. She has 11 subscribers and 2 videos posted to booktube so far. I watched her newbie tag and her everything on my TBR cart video. It looks like she reads a whole mix of genres. I saw some fantasy, some literary fiction, some horror, and some thrillers on her TBR cart. And speaking of her TBR cart, can I just say how happy I was to see the book Black Sun by Rebecca Rowanhorse on her TBR cart. That was like probably one of my favorite like opening books to a fantasy series ever, and the 3rd book in that series comes out in June, just in time for my birthday, and I am so beyond excited. In fact, I think I'm gonna need an entire reading vlog just on Black Sun, please and thank you. Sarah has the sweetest 16-year-old cat that makes cameos in all of her videos, and I really loved hearing her story of how she got back into reading. Then we have Rain at Rain Toney with 21 subscribers and 2 videos posted to booktube so far. I watched her booktube newbie tag and her stunning audiobooks I would recommend video. So far it seems like she likes literary fiction, contemporary fiction, horror, thrillers, and fantasy. She is currently in university and is a film major, which I think is great for a booktube channel. So far her reviews are very detailed and thoughtful, and she's a big Stephen King fan, so I think she needs to connect with Chris Reviews. They definitely have that in common. Number 9 is Hania J with 7 subscribers and 1 video posted to booktube so far. That 1 video is her booktube newbie tag, which is the video that I happen to watch. And it seems like she likes a mix of genres except for romance. She did mention that she's not particularly a romance reader. So she has a really bubbly, friendly vibe that just draws you right into her videos, and her video is super smooth and easy to follow, really high quality for a first video. She's also a teacher and will be going back over the summer to start her next degree. Number 10 is Karina from She Dreams in Words. She has 32 subs and 1 video so far. I watched her booktube newbie tag. She reads a mix of romance, fantasy, literary fiction, and just a small sprinkling of nonfiction, but she does have a goal of reading 1 nonfiction book per month. Karina mentions that she likes audiobooks quite a bit, and she comes with a lot of great audiobook recommendations, so I'm looking forward to seeing those videos as she makes them. Another thing that I liked about her is when she was talking about her background. So she mentioned that she is Pacific Islander and Native Hawaiian, and that she doesn't feel like there are a ton of people like her on booktube. I think that representation is super important, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing what she brings. Number 11 is Rebecca at OzAndElsewhere. She has 21 subscribers so far and 1 video on booktube. That 1 video is her booktube newbie tag, and that's the one that I found her through. Her genre focus is a bit of everything. She reads everything from modern to classics, and she does have a little bit of a focus on Balkan literature. She mentions that she currently lives in Serbia, but previously lived in Croatia, and I think she said she was originally from the States. I thought that was pretty cool. Both countries that I would like to visit someday. One of the things that I appreciated was her discussion on consumerism and getting away from that consumerist viewpoint. She's not going to be doing a lot of book hauls or shopping videos, and I think that's an important viewpoint. I know that I say that as I have massive bookshelves behind me, but I do really believe in little free libraries and secondhand shopping, and so I really liked that anti-consumerist message. I also really like that she is focused on analytical reviews of her books. I love when people dive really deep into the things that they're reading, and I look forward to seeing what she does with that. Then we have Danny at My Bookish Euphoria. She has 333 subscribers so far and 1 video and 1 short posted to booktube. This is another channel that I think might be blowing up pretty soon, so go check her out. I found her through her booktube newbie tag, which as I mentioned is the 1 video that she has posted to booktube so far. So far she mostly reads romance and romantasy and does occasionally sprinkle in a little bit more traditional fantasy. I really enjoyed Danny's story about how she got back into reading because her son became interested in reading and he wanted to buy lots of books, but instead of going and buying all the books, she brought him to the library and got him a library card, and that kind of got her reinterested in reading again as well. One of the things that's great about Danny is her video is like chatting with a friend. She is very personable, very easy to engage with. I think that she is going to be really successful on booktube. Then I have Belle from Read with Belle. She has 209 subscribers and 11 videos on booktube so far. I found her through her recent Reads Women Prize reviews, but I also followed that up by watching her booktube newbie tag. Her genres are primarily literary fiction and historical fiction, and she does mention that she does not read romance. I was immediately struck by the quality of Belle's reviews. They're so thorough and detailed, and I really appreciated how concise she was in them as well. She's a longtime booktube watcher and just recently started creating her own videos, which I always love to see. She has goals to read more Australian fiction, and she mentions that she follows a lot of the major book prizes. I know that she's currently reviewing the Women's Prize long list, and she also mentioned following the Pulitzer Prize as well. Next up is Jessie at Coded Bookworm. She has 29 subscribers and 8 videos posted to Booktube so far. I found her through her Booktube newbie tag, and I also watched her most recent bookstore vlog. It looks like she reads across a variety of different genres, but I did notice a bit of a preference for classics so far. One of the things that's unique about Jessie is that she has cerebral palsy, and she mentions wanting to create more disability rep on Booktube, and I love that. I think that representation definitely matters, and I'm so happy to see her join us. I also recently watched her video where she was talking about books that she would read if she was stuck on a desert island, and she gave some really great recommendations. Thought that the way that she talks about books is really thoughtful, and her critiques are very on point. She also mentioned that she trains service dogs, which I think is really cool, and I would love to hear more about as she grows her channel. Then there's Ksenia at Little Book Mess. She has 11 subscribers and 9 videos posted to Booktube so far. I've watched her Booktube newbie tag and her strong female characters in books video. She reads a mix of genres, but I noticed that there's a particular trend for liking bildungsromans. One of the things that I find super impressive about Ksenia is that she is not a native English speaker, and she mentions in one of her videos that her whole goal of starting her channel was to improve her English speaking abilities. As someone who speaks a couple languages, I find this incredibly impressive. I cannot imagine doing a channel in my secondary or tertiary language, and so all the kudos to her for that. I also really appreciated that her focus is on a lot of books that aren't often seen on Booktube. I know that like her individual review videos are of books that are a little bit more popular, but if you watch some of her videos that are not about specific individual books, you'll see like a lot of like Russian literature and books that you might not hear about that often, and I think that's a really cool addition. Number 16 is Lana Jo at Just Lana Jo. She has 4 subscribers and 1 video posted to Booktube so far. That 1 video is her Booktube newbie tag, and that is how I found her channel. She reads a mix of fantasy, romantasy, procedurals, and myth retellings. So Lana Jo mentions that she is a lawyer, and that's really cool in and of itself, but what's even cooler is how like down to earth she comes across in her videos. She made her Booktube newbie tag into a come get ready with me video, and I really love that. It's like you kind of get to see someone in their element. And on a side note, she had the cutest robe. It was like with jaguars on it. I really like that. She has some fantastic bookshelves too. She gave us like a little tour through her home, and I really liked how she did her bookshelves. I think this is the type of channel for somebody that really enjoys that feel of like hanging out with a friend, chatting over a cup of coffee, because she's very real and relatable. Then I have Karen from KarenReads. She has just 1 subscriber and 1 video posted to Booktube. That 1 video is her Booktube newbie tag, and it was literally just posted right before I shot this video, so that's why everything is so new. She reads a mix of fantasy, romantasy, romance, and literary fiction, and I really appreciated that Karen is very high energy and a lot of fun. She has a great sense of humor, and it really comes across in her videos. I could see her videos being very engaging and easy to binge watch. Then I have Bo from Books Like Fun. She has 14 subscribers and 7 videos posted to Booktube so far. I found her through her Booktube newbie tag, and it looks like she reads a mix of genres, but there's an emphasis on fantasy, true crime, and horror. So she mentions in her videos that she is an online teacher and she has to shoot videos giving instructions on a daily basis. And while she doesn't think that that has any effect on her Booktube videos and she still feels kind of awkward shooting them, I think it has a huge impact. Her videos are really smooth and really professional. You can tell that she's used to speaking into cameras quite a bit. She mentions as well that she has over 1,000 books in her home, which like is the dream, right? She could officially be declared a library, I think. And I saw that she has a video up that talks about her whole Stephen King collection. So it looks like we have another Stephen King fan. Then I have KK from the channel KK. She has 115 subscribers and 6 videos posted to Booktube so far. For genres, it seems like she's most interested in thrillers and romance. One of the things that I really like about KK is that she mentions that she was not a reader as a child, that really she only started getting into reading as an adult. I love seeing the perspective of someone who is a new reader. KK is super outgoing and entertaining, and I think her videos are very easy to watch. You should definitely go check her out. And then I found Jess from Jess U And Books. She has 28 subscribers and 1 video posted to Booktube so far. The video that was posted was her Booktube newbie tag, and that is how I found her channel. She reads a lot of horror, thrillers, sci-fi, and fantasy. One of the things that I related to with Jess immediately was when she was talking about listening to audiobooks and where she likes to listen to audiobooks. And she goes, I think that people think this is weird, but I like to listen to audiobooks while I work out. And same girl, same. I will be like lifting weights and I have audiobooks going on. My partner always thinks I'm crazy. So I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Jess is really easy to listen to. She's friendly, conversational. Again, this is another channel where it feels like drinking a cup of tea with a friend. And now we're gonna do my 4 old favorite channels. These are all channels that I've been following for a bit. They are all under 1,000, although one of them today is just slightly barely over 1,000. So I hope that would count. All 4 of these channels are fantastic, and if you haven't had a chance to go check them out, you definitely should. First up, I have Chelsea from Libraries and Lattes. She has 205 subscribers and 20 videos posted to Booktube so far. I most recently watched one of her little free library vlogs and her April TBR video. Looks like Chelsea reads a mix of genres, but I've seen a lot of fantasy and literary fiction in particular. So Chelsea, first of all, has a lot of fun, creative videos. She's really engaging, and I enjoy that a lot. She also has a super cute cat that pops up in some of her videos, and I think that she's super engaged with the community. So as I'm researching new booktubers for these videos and I'm going through like leaving comments on the videos that I've watched, I see that she's commenting on a lot of the same videos. So she's doing a really great job of going and reaching out to new booktubers as they pop up. Then I have Katie from I Would Rather Be Reading. She has 755 subscribers and 127 videos on Booktube so far. I recently watched her Books I Can't Stop Thinking About video. Her predominant genres are romance and fantasy, and while we don't have a lot of crossover in what we read, I love the way that she talks about books. You can just tell how much she enjoys the things that she's reading. She's also super active on Booktube. She participates in a lot of reading sprints and readathons. So if you're looking for a channel to really get you involved in the community, this is one you should check out. So this next channel kind of breaks my rule of under 1,000 subscribers, and that's because they're just very slightly over 1,000 subscribers, but they're fantastic and I really enjoy their content, so I wanted to shout them out. And that's Angelia from Read and Reread. She currently has 1,010 subscribers and 208 videos on Booktube so far. I recently watched her reader profile tag, which is a lot of fun. And Angelia reads a wide variety of genres, which is one of the things that I really enjoy about her channel. You never know what you're gonna get. I really love the spontaneity of her channel. So it's not that she doesn't plan her videos or what she's gonna say, but she goes off on these fantastic tangents where you can tell that she just feels really passionate about something and has a lot to say. And it's just a lot of fun to see where she goes throughout the videos. She also gives really great reviews and feedback on the things that she's reading, and I've found a lot of really good books through her channel. And the final old favorite that I am going to shout out is Hania over at Savage Reads. She has 820 subscribers and 147 videos on Booktube so far. I recently watched her video titled Reimaginings, Memoir, and Books Reviewed. She primarily reads literary fiction, contemporary fiction, historical fiction, nonfiction, and memoir. Look, I'm not gonna lie, Hania's channel is one of my absolute favorites on Booktube, and that is because she gives such fantastically thorough reviews of the books that she's reading. I don't always agree with her opinions on specific books, but I always understand why she felt the way that she did. She is such a clear communicator, and I think that she does some of the best reviews out there. She's also my go-to person for nonfiction recommendations. She has some epic recommendations in this particular genre. Hania is also very engaged in the community and really friendly, so she's a great channel to get to know. So that is the end of my 24 booktubers that you should be following in 2024 March edition. Seriously, all 24 of these channels are fantastic, and I hope that you check out any of the ones that resonate with you. Make sure you like their videos and subscribe if you are enjoying their content. And if you like this particular video, hit the thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know if you follow any of these channels. And if you have any recommendations for me, also drop them in the comments. Let me know about any small booktubers or any new channels that you think should be on my radar. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the notification bell, so that you never miss a video, and that way we can see each other again soon. Thanks so much for joining. Bye.